Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Tobago. I'm Amadara Mills and today we're coming to you from Turtle Beach. In the next half hour, we'll explore some of the popular sites in the area. We'll also update you on all the major stories that's happening on the island. So stay with us as we bring you all the details, starting with the headlines. Tobago continues to make strides in boosting tourism in the communities. The Scarborough Market facility at Shore Park is officially commissioned. The fight against breast cancer is being stepped up with research that's soon to begin. And later, childhood obesity is being tackled, starting with a focus on healthier eating. It's all coming up when Let's Talk Tobago returns. Stay with us.
So when you're here, fiddle and tambourine attack, rush back a dance and fight made a walk, jumping old time carnival, pulsing by the sea. Come July, Tobago is the place to be.
Tobago Heritage Festival from mid-July to August 1st. Tobago, it's the place to be.
Come and hear boat tales, don't let it all. Come and spend July in Tobago.
Thanks for staying with us. We make our first stop at the all-inclusive Turtle Beach, owned by Rex Resorts Hotel. It's a family-oriented resort located on a palm-fringed beachfront. Now, tourism requires the contributions of many people, from artists and artisans to business owners and service providers. So Tobago is ensuring that all stakeholders are ready to seize the opportunities available in the sector. The island recently launched its new community tourism awareness campaign, as we hear more from Crystal George.
Charity begins at home and ends abroad, as the saying goes. So for Tobago, the path to a sustainable tourism industry begins with everyone on the island. The recently launched tourism community campaign is aiming to create greater awareness of the roles of Tobagonians in creating that success. This initiative will bring to life more visitors' attraction and activities to enhance the experience of vacationers on the island.
I am pleased to be here with you today to join as we launch the Community Tourism Initiative, an initiative long in coming and well thought of. The execution of this project is most relevant and comes at an opportune time, at a time when the island is looking at new ways and new initiatives for improving our tourism product.
For this campaign to run smoothly, there are 3 clear phases the division will follow.
Phase 1 is aimed at informing more than 60,000 persons of the importance of tourism to Tobago's economy and the valuable benefits derived from the sector. Phase 2 is geared towards changing perceptions and attitudes of the Tobago population, while Phase 3 will support and reinforce positive behavior of residents.
The theme for this campaign is Reunite Tobago's Culture and Hospitality, and to capture the renewed spirit within our communities and Tobago at large. The division has a strategy to drive tourism and the diversification of the island.
The execution of this community tourism awareness program, the refreshing of our logo to ensure that we improve our branding, and the island-wide signage for our facilities to ensure a brighter and a more visible product in our tourism sector.
The division is appealing to all the communities to embrace this opportunity, which will benefit all Tobagonians in the future. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
There's lots to keep you occupied during your stay at the resort. You can choose from water sports, lawn tennis or golf, or simply enjoy the ambience while lounging poolside. Now, the face of healthcare in Tobago is changing, and a new board has been installed at the Tobago Regional Health Authority to shape the direction of the health sector over the next 2 years. Kearney Freitas explains.
A new 9-member board will now head the Tobago Regional Health Authority, the TRHA. The board, which will serve for the next 2 years, will be headed by attorney Ingrid Melville. And there are high expectations for the new board.
This is the first board that we have had the privilege to appoint. This administration, that is. When we came in, their board was already appointed. So in a very real sense, you are positioned to make a fresh start. To whom much is given, much is expected. And therefore, notwithstanding the challenges that are ahead of you, you must never be weighed in the balance and be found wanting.
The board is expected to show progress in some key areas within the next year.
I want to charge the board at this time. By July 2019, at that public board meeting, we expect to see improvements in terms of the challenge areas of NCDs. And so, for example, we expect that we'll see some reductions in amputations. In terms of our service delivery, we expect to see a reduction in wait time in our ER. We expect to see a reduction in turnaround time in our laboratory.
The new TRHA chairman, who previously served as deputy chairman, says the board will rise to the challenge of delivering the healthcare Tobagonians deserve.
I speak on behalf of the team of 9 that we will not disappoint. We will actualize the expectations which have been voiced here this morning. I know that our leaders expect no less. And even more forthright, the people in Tobago demand no less.
The other members of the board are Dr. Hazel Carter-Strand, Deputy Chairman and Director of Personnel Management and Industrial Relations; Dr. David Santana, Director of Medicine; Inez Gill, Director of Nursing; Winfield Kwamina and Tanisha Brebner, Directors of THA Interest; Carlos Waldron, Director of Finance; Stanford Callender, Director of Public Interest and Welfare; and Ken Jones, Director of Business. I'm Kern DeFreitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
If you're a foodie, you can try a range of mouth-watering Caribbean dishes, whether you prefer formal dining or more relaxed ambience. There's also a wonderful view, as all restaurants and bars overlook the expansive pool and the picturesque Turtle Beach. From Turtle Beach to the town, as the new location of the Scarborough Market is already in operation, and the vendors as well as the public are pleased with the new facility. It also paves the way for renovations at the old downtown market. Here's more. The Scarborough Market has been temporarily relocated to Shore Park, but you can still fill your market bags with everything you need: fresh produce, meat and fish, even clothes and household items. Over 150 market vendors operate comfortably at the interim facility. And it was noted at the official opening ceremony that even though the current market location is temporary, the facility provides safe, spacious and hygienic amenities in keeping with international standards.
As we indicated before, clean, safe food is available for sale. We also wanted to ensure that we improve the quality of foodstuff that is made available to the public, and to create opportunities for local produce grown in Tobago to find its way into the marketplace. Hence, we created the wholesale market on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
The public is pleased with the improved amenities, including ample parking for everyone. The vendors are also happy at the present conditions, which are in keeping with the changing market culture.
Vending at the Scarborough Market has evolved from just providing food to providing key services to add to the wellness, beauty, and aesthetics of persons in Tobago. We have cobblers, we have seamstresses, we have health coaches, herbal products, and spa therapists available at our markets. The vendors have appreciated the amenities provided by the division that we, the committee, has also lobbied for.
Secretary of Food Production, Forestry and Fisheries Hayden Spencer says that the temporary market environment is in line with the THA's objectives for improving the agriculture sector in Tobago.
Tobago House of Assembly has identified agriculture as one of its main pillars in the development of Tobago's economy. This project thereby directly aligned with that goal as we seek to support the growth and sustainability of agriculture production on this island.
The blessing of the facility along with a special night market rounded off the official opening. This move now makes way for refurbishments to commence on the old Scarborough Market. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago. It's time to take a break, but coming up, we tell you how Tobago is focusing on wellness through breast cancer research. We'll be right back.
Happy times. Summer garden, 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 yeah, summer garden.
So when you're here, fiddle and tambourine and talk, rush back a dance and fight made a walk, jumping old time carnival, pulsing by the sea. Come July, Tobago is the place to be.
Tobago Heritage Festival from mid-July to August 1st. Tobago, it's the place to be.
Come and hear folk tales, don't let it all. Come and spend July in Tobago.
Turtle Beach is a stone's throw away from the resort. It got its name because it's frequented by sea turtles that come ashore to lay their eggs. Tobago is home to 3 of the major species of sea turtles, including the giant leatherback, the green, and the hawk's bill. Now this, breast cancer is one of the biggest targets in Tobago's fight against non-communicable diseases. Now the island is turning to research to see how it can reduce the number of new cases on the island. Have a look. Breast cancer is the most prevalent female-related cancer in Tobago. To effectively deal with this non-communicable disease, the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development is collaborating with the Washington School of Medicine and the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey to begin a breast cancer research project on the island. Health Secretary Dr. Agatha Carrington says research into this kind of cancer is important.
But we are trying to understand the genetic makeup, the molecular makeup of these cancers that we have in our women. We are treating, yes, but we have not studied it the way we should, and that is what we are trying to do. So we are not just going to be looking at what we do now. We really have to look, yes, at the 100 and something that we have, but there might be some new things happening in our population. We are going to be doing that as well.
Currently, about 175 breast cancer patients are being treated at the oncology department of the Scarborough General Hospital. The research project has been approved by the THA's Executive Council and will begin in July. It will involve implementing more preventative measures to combat the disease.
We are training our persons in terms of executing the project. We are looking at what we are providing now. We are screening to see what is happening in our women in terms of the breast. And you may notice that I mentioned that we are putting in place a breast health service. It is all linked because it is not just about waiting until you have a disease. It is us as well looking to see and doing all that we can to support our women in terms of breast health.
Psychological support will also be given via the Pink Room service.
Our Pink Room is going to provide support for persons who have been diagnosed and who are being treated. We are going to provide for them a Pink Room service where our women affected by breast cancer could spend some time. It's going to provide for them a quiet space, reading room and all of that. that they could have their meetings and so on, because we think that's important that we provide the support to these women on this journey.
Currently, chemotherapy is the only cancer treatment service provided in Tobago. The Assembly is looking into constructing a cancer treatment center using public-private partnership financing. The center will provide a range of cancer treatment options so patients won't have to travel elsewhere for access. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago. Turtle Beach isn't just for the turtles. It's also a popular beach for bathing and water sports like surfing and kayaking. Now from sport to agriculture, as there's a lot of potential for growth in the beekeeping sector and not enough honey being produced. But one entrepreneur is making the best of the opportunity, as we hear more from Crystal George in this next story.
Charlotte Irvin has been a beekeeper for the past 6 years. As a past student of Eastern Caribbean Institute of Agriculture and Forestry, ICAF, this Caribbean resident has seen his love for nature and agriculture grow with his involvement in beekeeping. Mr. Irvin says there's a lot of potential in the industry. There's a shortage of honey in this country.
The honey industry in Tobago, but trying Tobago at large, is a niche market because there's never sufficient honey on the market and honey products at large.
Honey is a healthy alternative to sugar as a sweetener in foods and beverages, and there are a host of other benefits.
Honey is also good for help with the digestion, the chocolate and so forth. It also has energy, also energy enhancer. Also used to replace natural sweeteners. It's a combination of different types of sugars. Otherwise, also used to heal cuts, burns, lots of old school remedies. Come out lots of other products made to help and aid in healing all different ailments.
Beekeeping is a passion for Mr. Irvin. It's also how he makes his living as an entrepreneur.
The name of my business is CI Tobago Products. So far released about 4 products, namely CI Tobago Honey, CI Tobago Pollen, E-Pollen, CI Tobago Mead, which is honey wine, and beeswax.
Mr. Irvin is just one of the many people who have a passion for beekeeping in Tobago, and the industry is growing on the island. Training camp for beekeeping is presently being conducted at the Kendall Farm School. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
A short stroll from Turtle Beach is the Courland Heritage Park. Once part of a cocoa plantation, the attractive green landscape now hosts social and recreational events. Now Tobago has a new Junior Secretary of Tourism. It's the result of a competition hosted to increase youth awareness and participation in the sector, which will help to foster economic growth for the future. Here are the details.
From entrepreneurship to culture, craft and creativity, food, tours and more, there's lots of potential for employment in tourism in Tobago. And getting the youth involved is critical to building a sustainable tourism industry. That's why initiatives like the first Tourism Youth Forum and Junior Secretary Competition are so important.
This initiative is especially close to the heart of the Secretary and one that she has been looking forward to since she took up the mantle of Secretary for the division. She's of the belief that the future of Tobago rests firmly in the grasp of our young people, and you must be engaged at an early age to better prepare you to be future leaders, future visionaries, and future game changers.
The forum, which was hosted by the Division of Tourism, Culture and Transportation, targeted students aged 14 to 17. They researched various aspects of the tourism sector. The students then presented their ideas and visions in line with one of 2 themes. 1. Virtual reality and tourism, enticing a new generation of explorers. And 2. The Year of Wellness and Rejuvenation, enhancing the Caribbean's tourism offering.
How is this technology known as virtual reality going to contribute to our country's tourism development? Simple. We could all admit that technology is the new reality.
According to Global Wellness Institute, wellness tourism is defined as travel associated with the pursuit of maintaining or enhancing one's personal well-being. As Junior Minister, I would select spa services as my focus to aid in diversifying my tourism product offering.
In the end, Jamon Madden emerged the winner. He will be Tobago's representative for the Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress in October in the Bahamas.
What is very encouraging is the creativity in developing the feedback on the questions that were presented. And it says something very strong, that the future of tourism is positive. Some of the ideas that came out, particularly from both from the response to the virtual reality and also the one on the health and wellness, were actually innovative, and it shows that some thought went into the process.
Young Madden will also carry the title of Junior Secretary of Tourism, Culture and Transportation for a year. I'm Kern De Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
Up next, the children are the focus of health and wellness as they are encouraged to eat healthy. Stay with us.
So when you hear fiddle and tambourine attack, rush back a dance and fight made a walk, jumping old time carnival, pulsing by the sea. Come July, Tobago is the place to be.
Tobago Heritage Festival from mid-July to August 1st. Tobago, it's the place to be.
Come and hear both tales, don't let it all. Come and spend July in Tobago.
The Heritage Park and the Turtle Beach are among the main sites of the Black Rock Heritage Sea Festival. Patrons usually gather at the Heritage Park to watch fishermen pull seine to haul their catch onto the beach. So we all want to be healthy, right? But exercising and getting outdoors means little without the right nutrition. It's a key step in reversing the trend of childhood obesity and even undernourishment. So kids as young as preschool should be taught the value of a healthy diet. More in this story. In Tobago, dietitians and nutritionists have observed that a number of children are either overweight or underweight. Others don't get enough calcium and vitamin D, which can lead to weak bones and teeth, while some children don't get enough iron. That can cause anemia. So ensuring that children from birth to 18 are properly nourished will help them develop healthy eating habits that will affect their future.
We know that children who eat better, who eat properly, who eat regularly perform better mentally. So it can even, affect their schoolwork and their educational performance. We know that what children eat now will help determine their risk factor, the risk of developing certain diseases, certain conditions and diseases, non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, even cancers. So it's really setting them up for a long and healthy life.
Proper nutrition for children is similar to adults in that they need to get the necessary nutrients from all the food groups, but in smaller, balanced portions. Clinical dietitian Rachel Winter-Roach confirms that the focus should be on quality rather than quantity.
In this stage of their lives, things like protein are important, and also some of the smaller nutrients like iron, calcium, and even vitamin D and some of the fatty acids we know we're getting more information that these are important even for brain development and the health of our nervous system. But the key nutrients that we need to make sure there include the protein, the iron and the calcium for sure.
Fatty, sugary, salty or packaged snacks with lots of preservatives should be kept to a minimum. Instead, parents should provide children with a lot of fruits and vegetables like bhaji, pak choy, mangoes and oranges. Important nutrients also come from lean meats, fish, eggs, whole grains, milk, nuts, peas and beans. Now, eating healthy can be expensive, so here are some tips to reduce the cost.
A great activity for families to do is to get out and garden together. You know, so growing vegetables, growing seasonings, and even having fruit trees in the yard can really help. And children are more likely to be enthusiastic about eating something if they've seen it grow, they've helped pick it. If we have an abundance of fruits, you know, mangoes coming in, or guava, or we have limes, then we can, you know, look to squeeze it or process it, put it in the freezer and use it for future use.
Ensuring that youngsters get sufficient exercise and rest is also important for their growth. Added to these elements, wholesome meals, and we'll be giving children a better chance of a healthy life as adults. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago. It's time to have your say. It's a segment of our program where we hear from you, the viewers. Let's take a look at who had their say this week.
Alright, so we're here with Miss Jordan right now. So we're here with Bruce right now. So we're here with Brent right now. We're asking Mr. Philip. Are we asking Miss Winchester? I can't cooperate. I'm telling you. Right, so we're here at the temporary location of the Scarborough Market. We're checking out the vendors, we're checking out the stores, we're checking out what the market has to offer. And tonight, we have a special night market and also a special Have Your Say. So check it out now. Your little bags and everything. Now you can't be in a market without seeing some fresh produce. What we have some fruits, banana, pineapple, apples. You see you have your peppers, your tomatoes, you have your dasheen.
We drop everything to suit everybody's pockets.
Busy at work. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing exactly right now.
I'm turning the cassava flour so that it will not stick to the bottom of the pot and that it will not get too much of lump when you're making the farine.
So you just do that repeatedly.
Yeah, until it starts to get dry and start to skate in the pot a little more, and after, immediately the point that it cooks, add some coconut oil in it to give it a little flavor.
So you know, anywhere anything is free, I am there, and I'm holding in my hand some cherry juice from Tip Tip Fresh Squeeze. Yeah.
Tip Tip Fresh Squeeze is based on locally fresh squeezed juices. Understand me? So we have passion fruit, we have cherry, we have ginger, five finger, any fruit that is in season, we process it and make it into concentrate. So you already have sugar and everything already, so to add it to water.
What I have in my hand right here is Pomsitier jam. The first time I'm actually seeing Pomsitier jam.
This is Lee and Les unique blend. Stinging nettle, cinnamon flavor.
Stinging nettle. Alright, tell us a little bit about this right now.
Okay, I have the cinnamon nettle in 4 different flavors: the original, the cinnamon, the peppermint, and the ginger.
The best bread, sweet bread, pone, tart, you know where to get it from. The Dirt Oven. We here at the Scarborough Market, the temporary location right now. Checking out some of the booths, and right now you can see we have some lovely tarts here. Tell us a little bit about the Dirt Oven.
So the Dirt Oven is in Canby. Canby #1, Crunk Trace, and I wanted to create something traditional. I have a traditional pone, right? Sweet bread, coconut drops, coconut tart. I have bread, right? And yeah, that's what I have today. All made in the Dirt Oven.
We close yet another edition of Let's Talk Tobago, and as always, we thank you for watching. Please email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From our house to yours, I'm Amadara Mills, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and productive week. We leave you with a montage of the Turtle Beach area. Do enjoy.